don't really have the car set up to race on the surface of the sun. Day one, MoParty. Spirits are really high. We're looking to go really fast and not have any problems. We're running the King of Street. Looks like we got a full field here, which is pretty exciting. I think it's one of the first King of Street races we've done with a full field of 16 plus cars. Tom's here to beat us. Bob's here to beat me. I'm looking to be a second round duck, I hope.
All right, first pass of MoParty. It was successful. I turned it down one click on the knob. Normally, when I was gonna run, I was just like, it'd be safe. It went good. It went a 118.60, 313 to 330, a 473 at 152. So super happy with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave mine alone. Next test, I'll turn it up one click, see what it does. That's it.
It just would not take throttle in the burnout.
Super happy, first pass.
I'm sure they'll go back, take a look at it. I don't know if it's got a sensor.
I don't know what's wrong. I'm gonna pull the data. Didn't want to get on the two-step, and then it left like really soft, like there was no boost there. So I'm gonna find out here in a second. It burned out okay. It's got CO2 pressure. It just went and then it kind of came on and spun the tire, but it didn't even try to do anything. Let off the button. The boost controller targeted what it's supposed to do. It just was super lazy. Kind of hung out at 10 pounds of boost for.
Well, the one needed a.
I'll tell you here in a second how long it hung out there. It just kind of didn't build boost for. Took over a second, and the turbo was just lit, and they took off. Like it follows just a little slow, so I'm wondering if I had a wastegate sticking, and then all of a sudden, I mean, they're all brand new, and then it took off and spun the tires. So I'm gonna do a spool test on it before I go back out and see how it builds boost on the two-step. Again, but yeah, it was just like, didn't want to get the boost, and all of a sudden it did. But I had to sit there on the trans brake for like 4 seconds, and it's never like that. Never like that at all. So I'll do a spool test. If it comes up fast, I'm gonna be happy. If it doesn't come up fast, I'm gonna try and find out why. But in the meantime, I got a couple remote customers online, so I gotta take care of them first. It makes no boost. I I knew I shouldn't have touched it. All I did was an oil change.
Check under the dash.
I can't crawl under there. Huh? I can't crawl under there. I can't crawl in there either. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. Pretty good. We got us. We got us. And we got Bubba and Logan. Oh, 4 or 5. Yeah, Quebec. That Mustang Dyno. Greg, I wonder why your car's heavy. Yeah, you have 6 heads.
Looking for that. So here I go full throttle. And then it gets to 3.9. It starts yanking timing. It takes forever and it gets to my target of 11, but normally that takes 2 seconds, and that was 37 to 5 seconds. Maybe it wasn't as, I mean, that 39.
And when you're used to something happening like this, you know, and then all of a sudden it takes twice as long.
Yeah, but here's my 11 PSI, right? So it leaves, it doesn't flash. Flashes a 5100 and my boost just, and there's my target. I mean, maybe that's the air?
Do you want to, do you want to look at mine? I don't know if that means anything, but...
I'm at 35. And there's no change.
Mine made it fine when it lit the tire. Finally, it was at 28 pounds, but it's like the converter. Unless my dump valve isn't working, and then because I do leave it on, like my dump valve output, I just can't see it being that big of a difference. It's on for 0.55 seconds.
And it was commanded?
Commanded, yes.
You see it in the log or whatever?
Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is turn them. Well, I'm going to click them right now. And that's the only thing I could think of is maybe it makes more of a difference than I think. The internal dump is still on. That is weird. The internal dump didn't seem to, the external dump didn't seem to make a difference. I wonder if that's the issue. Because it did, RPM didn't even change when the dump valve turned off. You know what I mean?
Right, so the dump obviously just caused the leak, right? And now you have high guard in it,
and I don't have
gallon, it's 4 quarts.
No, I know, I just don't have charge pressure. It's like the dump valve's not working.
Okay.
Left my power probe at work.
Huh?
Left my power probe at work.
The power button. Fan of water. Yeah. Fan water. So these 3.
Hello, everyone.
All right.
I turned the dump valves off and on instead of trying to get under there. And yeah, that was the one with them off. It never got there. I mean, it got to the RPM, but it acted like it did. And it probably, if you would have stayed on it, probably would have got it. So that was 24, So he was on it for 5 seconds. And then the other one, 55, it got to the chip at 2 seconds, and then at 61. So it was on for 5 seconds. So it's definitely doing something. It almost was about normal for sure. You know what I mean? Having a little bit of a delay there. And it made the 10.5. I mean, what do I do? Just go out and try it again? I unplugged everything and plugged it back in. It's something. So let's see if it works on this one. If not, I don't know what to do. It just doesn't seem to be a blatant boost leak. Top, I turned it down mid-range. I turned it down to launch. I just want to see it get down the track and work, and not do what it just did.
I skipped second round because third round is about the time that first round of actual eliminations will be tomorrow. So at least get some data for that instead of making hits on the car that aren't necessarily necessary. So.
So my Phantom issue fixed its Phantom self. I really don't know. I think maybe it was just the air, and I don't really honestly know. But it we turned the dump valves on and off. Now everything seems to be back. Turned it way down. Went a 129 60 foot and spun right at the 60 foot. Pedaled it and still went a 550 at 141. So I had 25 pounds of boost in it, and it did what it should have did on that. So I think everything is a-okay. I just think we're in the surface of the sun right now trying to make laps. And my trunk lock decided to fail, which is pretty awesome. So I've got my key here. This is how I get in there to turn things off and fill with ice and stuff. And it doesn't work anymore. So I'm gonna go over to the swap meet and see if I can find a key lock. We're gonna drill this MFer out. And if not, I guess I run the next round with no ice. 72. Stuff here. Hooey, this might be in luck.
The one that goes to foot.
What are you doing here, Bob?
We're drilling this lock out. Trying not to damage the paint.
Okay, and a key?
Yeah.
And all the pieces parts? How much?
The only thing is not included is the installation.
Can you come do it for me if I give you an extra 50? I can figure it out. How much is it?
It's a really nice Nova.
Later.
Whoops. It's threaded now.
I'm not packing that parachute. Why did we do that? What? Why is my parachute fall undone? Can I give you money to fix that? No. I don't want to do it. Oh, it's so hot. Why did the LS guys get all the good weather last week? And we get this. Oh, Lord.
my second pass of the day, third round of testing. It's hot, it's miserable, the track is yummy, I guess would be a good word for it. It spun right away, but I was able to gather it up pretty quickly with a quick pedal, and it went down at 170, 160, and then finished with a 550 something at 150. So it's not the worst pass if the track's bad and everybody else spins. So we'll see. We'll make changes for tomorrow though, so we don't do that. I think that's it for now. It's the end of the day for us. So we're gonna go over some things, look at some stuff, go eat some steak.
You know, I don't really have the car set up to race on the surface of the sun. It was just bad. I don't know. I've had more power than I had out of it. Actually, here at the Rock, I think I struggled this bad. Probably, maybe even worse. I haven't looked at the videos. I feel like the chassis is trying to work. I just don't think there's anything on the track. And it looks, from what I hear, no one else made the trip either. So we're not alone in our failure. So it's all right. We're here with good friends, good people, Mopars everywhere. Just whatever. We'll have fun. It's 4 o'clock and we're done, so we get to go have dinner. So that's cool. So, gonna look at video, regroup, and probably just try to slow this thing way down. At this point, I think 520s or 530s will win it.